Hey folks, Hot Damn here. I wanted to do a general UI video for the loadout screen and talk a little bit about the spawns. I've already done a video on the weapons, secondaries, deployables, a different video on the mods, and another video on the knights. So just talking about this screen in general and some tips about how to play the game, and when you're getting in new, some of the mistakes to avoid. So real quick to start out with, every lance, we have lances instead of mechs. We have a light, medium, heavy, super heavy. Every lance is going to have a certain amount of points that it has to spend on all this gear. You can see all those points. You can see the unspent points, how much you spent, how much you have total for each one in here. There's also a copy right here, so you can copy a loadout out and paste it into, say, Discord. But that is covered. This whole section, I would say, is covered in other videos that really do a better job of explaining than I'm trying to do here. So a few of the things that I do want to talk about. Over in this section, you'll see you have 4 different loadouts that you can use per lance size. You'll notice that I use some different colored skins to represent kind of different builds that I go with. So for instance, on a light capper build where I'm playing objectives and I'm going around killing generators and things like that, I might use this tiger skin, and I can quickly differentiate that versus, say, this blue skin in the loadouts here, or even this little American flag kind of skin. And I can jump around quickly and know what it is that I'm clicking on when I'm looking at different ones. You can see like how this sticks out versus that, and how it sticks out versus that. Really helps being able to jump around and know kind of what build is what if you're flipping between stuff. A lot of people play, the same type of setup over and over again. I tend to bounce around depending on what's going on in the game. So that would be a good tip. You do have the 4 different loadouts that you can have, different settings on each. Now, the knight does not follow the loadout settings. So notice, no matter what I'm flipping to, I've still got Mordred down here, right? So no matter what the size is, no matter what the build is, still got Mordred. You have to go to the knight screen. You get there by going up to the top, or you can click on the person, and you have to change to what you want. So keep that in mind when flipping between different roles, maybe, that you have to go and pick the knight. It does not follow you. Down here, of course, is the skin selection. That's pretty self-explanatory. Lots of different types of skins. Pick what you want and go with that. Up here at the top, so the coins right here are what you're going to get at the end of the matches. If you win a match, you get 15 coins. If you lose a match, you get 5. You get MVP. For the winning team, you get a couple more. Top scorer on the winning team gets MVP. You can use those coins at the end of the match to buy into the mods. You'll get, for 6 coins, you'll get 3 points into a mod. I don't have really a good representation of that because these mods are unlocked. But if I were to mouse over one that I didn't have, I could go underneath it and I could use these little echelon or hammers right here to level those up. So like I could go 10 points into opening one of these up. And you can buy more of these also at the end of the game with coins. For 30 coins, you get a pile of the hammers that you can use, and you can kind of go pick what you want versus the ones that you get selected that you can spend 6 coins on. You get 3 into as randomized at the end of every map. So if you're hunting for something in particular, it's not always easy to get those opened up, especially these high tier guys. These tier 5s are expensive. The tier 1s, you can, I think they all cost pretty much 3. You can open those up relatively easy, but as you go, it scales up. So you do have to play quite a bit to be able to open up some of the specific things if you're looking for specific mods for a build. Like, see, this build has a lot of tier 5 stuff in it. Same for this build. Other than that, the big thing on this screen that I would say is do not use this deploy button except at the very beginning of a match, because it's going to drop you either at your default spawn, or if you've picked a different spawn, it's always going to try and drop you there. I tend to avoid this. Like I said, I'll use it at the very beginning, What you want to do is you want to go up to the spawn screen up here. And what this is going to show you is, this is the map. It'll show you friendlies that are on the map. But you can see up here, this is the default spawn for the north side. This is the default spawn for the south side for the other team. And you can see I've gone around and taken a few spawns right here to show you. But if I only clicked, you can see the highlighted one here. If I had only clicked this deploy, it's going to drop me there. What I see a lot of new players doing is they're in here and they're fiddling with their builds and they go, okay, I'm ready to go, and they go and click deploy and it just drops them in that default spawn. The problem is that's a long trip, especially in a heavy or super heavy, to get to C or A, the different bases in here. You know, you may be trying to get over to S3 to fight somebody and you just spawn way over here, and it's going to take you forever to get over there, especially in those heavier size lances. So what you want to do is you want to instead go click on one of these. You can see at the bottom the deploy lights up. Notice the white ones I can't click on. Those are neutral. No one has taken those over yet. If it was the other teams, it would be red. If it's our team, it's kind of this bluish color. So I can click on any of these three and I could spawn there. So if I wanted to go for base C, for instance, S6 is going to be the quickest. If I wanted to go to A, well, I'd like to go to S3 because it's closest, right? But I don't have it. Can't get there. So I would take S1 and jump in from that side. If I wanted to go to B, same thing. I would have to probably choose S2 because S4 I can't click on and S5 I can't click on. So definitely use the spawn screen. It kind of gives you a better idea of what's going on. It shows you over here. You can see we own S1, S2, and S6. S3, 4, and 5 are all unaligned. They're neutral, which is why they're white. And you can see the base setup too. You can also see the gens. This is 1, 2, 3, and 4 on the gens. All the bases have numbered gens that go along with them. You can actually see the outside of the buildings have numbers on them. So that helps you to, at a glance, when you're in here, you go, okay, you know, I'm playing at a pub. Nobody's really telling me what to do. Where do I need to be? Where do I need to go? What do I need to be doing? And you can quickly look at a base and say, okay, we own A, you know, pretend we do. We own A, and you know, 2 of our gens up, and I see another one going down. I need to go over there and help them out at A. You get the score here. You can see the scores going on. Obviously, this match is just kind of running on its own on autopilot, so the score is very close. The score counts down to 0. Whoever hits 0 first loses. So that's kind of the spawn screen, but that's a very common problem that I see, especially in pubs and in the betas, is that no one's using the spawn screen, or if they are, they're going to their last spawn. Stay away from this button. Really don't like this button. It's going to drop you into places that you don't need to be, and you know, use your strategic view here to be able to pick where you need to go. You know, say I want to go to S6 and I want to go look at C. Well, I'm going to click it. I'm going to go deploy. That's pretty much it for this. I think like I said, I've covered the knights, I've covered the weapons, deployables, I've covered the mods, all in different videos, and this kind of covers what's left in here. Loadout points, lances, 4 loadouts, the skins, the spawn screen, ignore the deploy button, tokens, and the echelon tokens, which will probably be renamed at some point. You also have your settings over here if you want to get into that. You can go and change your configuration, keybinds, sounds, etc. So that's it for this video, and I will see you guys out in the field.